Hi there, you are tuned into Beauty and Braids, the podcast where I, Karyne, has conversations about all things relevant to personal growth and development. Just a heads up, I'm unfiltered. You're welcome. Hey guys, what are you up to? Because I'm going to tell you what I'm up to. Okay, so first things first, yes, the episode is Love is Like Riding a Bike, and I'll tell you why. Okay, but first I'm going to talk about, I guess this week was a lot of birthdays. Okay, so my nephew's birthday was on the 17th, along with my little sister, Jaleesa. So if she's listening, happy birthday again. And yesterday was my father's birthday. It's a work in progress. I did not call him for his birthday because he never calls me for my birthday. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't matter to him, so I don't know if it should matter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe birthdays don't matter to him. So I'm a work in progress. This is personal growth and development. I never said I was perfect, people. Okay? Yes. All right. I may be a Virgo and I aim for perfection, but I am not perfect. I am perfectly imperfect. Okay? Yeah. I'm telling you, like, my father, he always seems to forget people's birthday, like literally the day after he speaks to you. You be like, my birthday's tomorrow. And he'd be like, oh, okay. And he doesn't even call you. It's like, what the? He has been the first man in my life to ghost me. Like, you be like, what? Like, I'm telling you, you start to think it's okay for a guy to just disappear on you because you be like, it's been done to me before. Like, I'm not even mad. People be thinking you and your feelings. So you be like, look, this is nothing new to me. But I'm going to break that generational curse of thinking that is okay. It's not okay. Communicate is huge. It's big and stuff like that. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? So yesterday was his birthday. I did not call him. And we're going to leave it like that. Maybe next year we'll switch it up. I have spoken to him. But it is what it is. Learn something about me. I'm a work in progress. I can be a little, like, I can hold a grudge a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to forgive people and let it go. But I'm like, treat people how you, if I'm always calling and saying happy birthday, and then all I start realizing that I'm the only one calling, wishing people happy birthday, I'm going to realize that maybe you don't care about birthdays so much because you don't call me about mine. But anyways, but today is Rosie's birthday. So shout out to Rosie. Happy birthday, girl. Okay. Enjoy your day, girl. Definitely was going to shout you out. And now let's get to the main topic. Today's discussion is love is like riding a bike. So was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago, I learned how to ride a bike. Yes, me at 35, I learned to ride a bike. Please don't judge me. There are people out there who do not know how to ride a bike, who did not have access to a bike growing up, who did not have somebody who wanted to teach them how to grow up. And for me, I don't like falling. My skin is very sensitive, and if I get a cut, I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? So I try to stay away from a lot of things that will hurt me. Okay, so falling is one. But since the fact that in August I fell and broke my foot, I guess I got the falling part out of the way. And I was just like, I see my nephew and he was just like riding the bike. And I was like, oh my God, he is amazing. Like, my shout out to Cameron, okay? Because he is so dope. Like, he is fearless, okay? When I tell you fearless, okay? Like, he does anything and everything, and even if he fall, he just jumps back up. He don't care. He dusts himself off. He's into all the sports and stuff like that. He's also into graffiti. He's a graffiti artist. He's 9 years old, yes. he was doing like, just showing off, riding his little bike and stuff like that. Then my brother, so I was just like, you know, hating on the out, on the inside, like, damn, I wish I had a little bit of his courage. You know what I'm saying? And my brother started riding his bike. So I was like, oh, my brother, he's in his late 20s now. He hasn't hit 30 yet. My brother is probably like 28 right now. I am, listen, I know I'm 3 years older. I'm 7 years older than my little brother. So I'm 35. He should be about 27. Something like that. Look, I'm not, okay, whatever. So, 27, 28. He about to be 28. Oh, yeah, he is growing up. Lord Jesus. Okay. So he starts riding the bike, and I'm like, oh, okay. So a grown person could ride my little nephew's bike. All right. So me and my niece is there, and my niece is like, she don't know how to ride a bike either. So when my brother come back, I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to learn how to ride a bike. And my brother was looking like, you don't know how to ride my bike? You don't ride any bike? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't like falling. And then my niece was like, well, I don't know either. And then we was like high-fiving, and he was like, what? That should not, do not high-five each other because y'all don't know how to ride a bike. And I was just like, look, we don't like falling. So my niece was like, I just don't like falling. My father tried it. My brother tried to teach her before, my older brother. And she said she fell one time, and that was it. So I was like, girl, I didn't even get to fall. I just knew that if I fall, it's going to hurt. I don't do it. So my nephew was showing off, and I was like, you know what? Bring that bike around so I could learn. So they all was like, I'm taking off my coat. I'm like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this, because I was there like, my other nephew, he's usually scared of a lot of things. And he learned how to ride a bike. So I was like, oh, if my nephew Kai can learn how to ride a bike, Karyne, get on his bike and learn. And plus, it was nobody outside because it was so cold outside. Like, well, the weather was down, was a little colder. So nobody was really in the park. So it was like nobody really seeing me. Okay. So if I had to fall, I would have been falling. And of course, my foot is still like healing. But it's good enough to be on a bike. So I just wanted to test it out. So they all are just rooting for me to get this thing. And my brother's like, don't look down. Just get your foot on the pedal, and just go. Like, don't look down. Because when you look down, you're going to be scared. Just go. And I end up looking down, and I was like, oh, shoot. And then he was like, no, now you leaning over to the side. So wherever you pedal, just lean over to the next side. Like, just do that. So I was like, okay, all right. So then I did that, and I didn't look down. And I was like, oh, my God, I got it. And then I started doing it like a couple of more times. So I was just like, yo, I am learning how to ride a bike. And my little brother's teaching me. So amazing. So amazing. The quality time is just amazing. I still need to learn how to do turns and being more steady on a bike. I think I probably just need a bike my size, because listen, that seat was hurting my butt. Okay, all right. Like, I still had I was like, why is my butt hurting? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got home, I'm like, why my butt hurting? I'm like, you know what? It's that little seat. Got me looking like I was in a circus with that little bike. Okay. But anyways, I learned how to ride a bike, and I did not fall. I crashed, I stopped myself, but I did not fall, which was amazing, so. And then right after my nephew, we was all leaving. My nephew, my niece said she was going to wait to learn. She wasn't doing it that day. So after my nephew now is like, look what I can do. This dude literally sat on the seat with both of his legs up. He's riding the bike like a Buddhist stance, okay? With his legs crossed on the seat. Then he stands on the seat. He's still riding the bike, okay? And then he gets back down onto the pedals. I said, oh no. Then he goes on the opposite side. Both of his feet is on one side of the bike now. Now he riding like that. I'm like, I can't. Then he puts his feet back on to the next side. Like he just like swoops and he's still riding. He didn't stop. He's doing all of this. Then he sleeps on the bike like a plank. Lord Jesus, I was there like this boy. Like I was like, even if he fall, it's okay because he's just going to dust himself off. He was doing serious tricks. Like I'm going to go over there one time, take him out on, and he going to do some tricks and I'm going to just videotape him so y'all can see what I'm saying. Like this boy is 9 years old and he is the truth. Okay? He is the truth. But like I said, love is like riding a bike, okay? Because you got to take your time when you are like looking to fall in love or looking to love people or whatever. You just can't look down. You can't worry about what if and how, if I fall, if it fails and all that. You just really have to kind of like let yourself feel, let yourself enjoy the moment. And when you start looking at love in that way, you're able to really let go and enjoy the breeze and how it feels, you know, the thrill of literally going through the motions of it. And it's going to take a couple of times. You're going to hit a wall a couple of times. You're going to crash. You're going to stop. You're going to pedal back. You're going to do all of this. You're going to wobble. You're going to lean to the side. You're going to do all of that when it comes to love and finding a person. And the biggest thing for me is being okay if you fall. Being okay with that. Like if you just remove that fear, like if I fall, oh my God. You just say, if I fall, okay, I'll just dust myself off. And I'll go back on that bike and I'll ride. And so, listen, I'm going to tell you that I am on a dating app. I'm not going to tell y'all what dating app I'm on because y'all going to probably go looking. Okay? So I'm not going to tell y'all. But it is an app and I started going on it. I'm talking to, you know, like conversation with people because I really do want to get to know somebody as a friend. Hence, you got to take your time when you riding a bike. You got to get the flow of things, see how it moves, you know, understand the bike and the mechanics of it and how it moves and how it works. So this one guy, he's super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like a little daredevil, like he's enjoying life and stuff like that. I feel like, you know, we're cool. And then there's this other guy who's like constantly contacting me all day, every day, you know, and at first in the beginning, like, of course you got to take your time because that's how you weed out certain things. Like you start to see red flags if you need, you know, if it's there. And I'm looking at it like, yo, like this person is very consistent. He's on top of it. But he got lots of time. Like in the past, I used to look at it and be like, okay, the person, he don't got no time. He making no time for me and all this extra stuff. But I'm like, well, this person really got a lot of time on his hands. Like, he's hitting me. Like, one of my pet peeves is really like, I don't like people sending me videos. Like videos randomly, like, or a lot of GIFs or a lot of photos. I don't really like it, right? Like if it's of the person, I don't mind. Like if you send me a video of yourself talking or whatever, or a voice note, that's cool. That's just showing me like, you know what I'm saying? I can't get in contact with you. Here's something. I just wanted to say something. But if you sending me videos that I know is already up on social media, that is old as hell, first of all, and you sending it to me like we known each other for years or whatever, I'm like, yo, bruh, what is that? Like, for me, I could be picky, but get to know me first before you start sending me stuff, before you know who I am and what is appropriate. So like, and I'm a stickler for cursing. Okay, like you could curse, but make it count. Make it count. You know what I'm saying? Like the last episode was about the ego, right? And I had to really question my ego. Like, am I trying to sabotage this? But no, like I'm really weeding out what is not worth my time. Like, so I'm like, I already made it known. I don't really like that much cursing. And I was like, you know what, Karen, you know what? Don't worry about it or whatever. Just go with the flow or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So we 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 went on a date. I went on a date with the one that was sending me a whole bunch of stuff because I was like, you know what? How am I supposed to know how it feels to get back into the dating game? Because I haven't been out there in a long time. Of course, I was going to let him know where I live or, give him my address. I definitely was going to meet up with him. And that's exactly what we did. We met up. And I was like, Karyne, take away all the expectations. We are not just, we trying to get to know a person for their core, who they are, their character, their integrity and stuff like that. And that's what we'll judge the person by, not by anything else. So we met up. He started saying, oh, is this a date? I don't know. This is a meetup, right? Like, am I dressed properly? Like, I was just like, what's going on? Like, so I'm looking at him like, bruh, it's fine. Like, you wore what you wear. Where you gonna go back home and change? Like, I was just like, if that's what you felt like you wanted to wear today, then that's what you wore today. Like, okay. And then if you know what I'm saying, for me, I'm like, dress to impress. Like, if it's your first initial person thing meeting somebody, I think you would want to dress to impress the person. But not everybody think that way. Everybody's like, you gonna like me for me, right? So I'm like, okay. We hang out. We ate a pizza, which was really good. Like, I just really didn't mind the interaction because it felt like I was hanging out with, a friend. Like, we were talking, getting to know each other. It was a little weird because he was like, we was walking and he seen a girl who had like a really big butt. And he was like, you think that's real? And now I'm thinking like, bruh, I don't know. Like, what do you... For me, that's a red flag. I don't know. I'm like, for me, that's a red flag. People, if you're listening to this, please let me know if this is a red flag. Because I'm just looking like, why are you looking at this person's butt? And then you want me to look at her butt so I can be like... So the more I'm thinking about this right now, I'm like, I might not even connect with him again. Because when I took away all of that, and I guess I was basically probably letting things slide. No, that's no bueno. But he seemed cool. He wanted to take a lot of pictures of me. He allowed me to be a kid because I wanted to jump up in different things, and he took pictures of it. And I was just kind of like, all right, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures of me is a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody who wants to take pictures of me, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm outside and I'm like, please, can you take a picture of me? And the person's like, oh God, like, can you hurry up? This person's actually like, oh, and taking enough. So that was cool. We ended up walking back. We, walked to, Seaport and stuff like that. We did that. And afterwards he was like, what we do now? I'm like, I go home, you go home. Like, what do you think we doing? He's like, oh, no, I was asking if you want me to like drive you home. I'm like, no, I'll go home. We walked a little bit closer to where his car was, and I like walked a little away, and we separated from there. But like, I was just like, this was a good night, and no, there was no kissing. it was a good night. I was like, okay, girl, look at you. Went on a whole date. Okay. He over here talking about that was a meetup, right? Like, bruh, if you on a dating app and I'm on a dating app and we meet up, that's a date. I don't know what else it is. There's no meetup app. If you want to do a meetup app, go on a meetup app. This is dating, online dating. We are dating. That's what it is. To get to know a person. If you in your 30s and you don't know that, if you get to know a person, that's dating. You don't have to involve kissing and all of that extra stuff to consider it a date. It is a date once you meet. You set a date. You both go in the hopes to get to know each other. That is a date. That it is a date. Okay? So afterwards, so he hit me up like, oh, so when am I gonna see you again? Like I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. Like it just, I don't know. It was just, I don't know. Like he sent me his thing. He was like, oh my God, this guy, this girl I was just watching, she was giving this money to this person, and they only was dating for like 2 days before he started acting. I think he said like a week or 2 days before he started asking for money, and then she was giving him money. And I'm looking at, why are you bringing that up to me? You think I'm gonna be giving people money? He's like, I don't think I would. I would give, if I would loan people money too, but I will definitely have like a promissory note. I'm not doing no verbal. So I'm just looking at like, he just keep bringing up like money, and I'm pretty sure money is an issue for him, because he was just like, well, I'm cheap or whatever. So now listen to this, guys. Again, take your time while riding a bike or trying to find love, okay? Because time will reveal all. Okay, you weed out the weak with time. Okay, you get to know them, because most people can't put up the front long enough. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be wise enough and have gone through the lessons in life to be able to pick out, to just basically recognize it ain't what it is. Okay, so now he goes, okay, so when I'm going to see you again? So I was just like, I'm trying to figure out a date that works for you, because I'm working on this day and I have this and I got that. And he was like, okay, well, I'm working or whatever. Like even before that, I was just like, so what do you want to do in life? Like, what do you see yourself in 5 years? He's like, well, hanging out with my family. I was like, what's your interest in life? What do you want to do in life? He was like, I'm home all the time. I'm like, what? Like, okay. All right. Again, no, I just was like, it's not, oh God, no. Like, it just was like, okay, so this person, of course, I'm not giving nobody's name out or whatever. He didn't know what a LinkedIn was, like a LinkedIn account. He said he wanted to learn how to do certain things. He wanted a certain job and career, but he was like, I don't know how to get about it. I don't know how to go about getting that. And I was like, well, you could try creating a profile, XYZ, try on LinkedIn. That's more of a professional thing. And he was like, what is that? I'm just looking like, bruh, I'm telling you what it is. Just look it up and, fill it out. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, oh my God, his head is nowhere near nothing. So like he then of course was going out, thinking about going on a second date. And he was just like, so if we go on the second date or whatever, he was there like, is it a meetup or is it a date? I'm like, what? If you keep wanting to see somebody, that's basically a thing. He's like, so do I pay for it? Like if it's a meetup, like what is it? I was like, wow, are you asking me? Would you be paying, or are we paying for each other? Oh no, for me, maybe for somebody else that's not a red flag. For me, that's a red flag. Because first of all, on our meetup the first time, you bought a slice of pizza for me. And now it's so do we pay for, I'm like, first of all, it's a second date, so obviously it might have been going a little bit well. So, and he wants to go out all the time. So I'm like, so you want to do stuff, but you don't want, like, what do you want? Like a person to just go places with you? I don't know. But I think you're on the wrong app. That's all I'm saying. Or like, just specify that in what you're looking for, because I'm not looking for somebody that I can go half on nothing with. Okay, like that's for me. Like I can go for myself. I have friends that I know and I can go with. But if you're trying to put per se in the long run be with me, no. He's like, and I'm like, whatever you want to do. What do you think? You want what you? He started laughing. I'm like, do not, because it just seems like he wants to say he really doesn't have the money, and I get it. But if you don't have it, then why are you trying to hang out and go all these places? You don't have to. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to. You don't have to suggest restaurants and all this stuff if you do not have the means. You can say, let's go to this park, let's go to this. So anyways, again, I said this to say, love is like riding a bike. You're going to fall a couple of times. You're going to stumble and you're going to crash. It's going to look like, oh my God, I got it. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, nope. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I mean, he sent me another like video screenshot. So he sent me a text message of a post. Well, you're my listeners, you're my followers, you're my fans. Hey, I'm telling y'all what it is, okay? Because a lot of people feel like they're in it alone. I'm gonna tell y'all, no, you're not. Like, so he goes, and I'm forgetting, I'm still on the app, and I'm still talking to one of the guys from the app. But anyways, so he goes and sends me a text message last night after we were speaking. Like, I got a little like turned off when he was just like, so is this a date? What? So he goes and he talks about all his other dates from prior. And I'm just like, he's like, well, I went with this girl to this place, and this girl took me to this place. I'm like, bruh, I don't give a damn about the other people that you took here and who took you there. Like, if you are trying to set the tone for whatever this is, no. So he sends me a text message, and at the top of it, it says, I wanna FUCK. And at the bottom of it, it says, ING eat something. Like, I want to F and eat something. I'm so damn hungry. Something like that towards the bottom. So it was like ... This is like, and I just was like, what the hell? So of course I did not reply. The next morning he sent me like some stuff, and I just was like, again, he was like, good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing? I'm like, yo, like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just was like, it went hella down real fast, real quick, in a hurry, okay? It doesn't take that much for me to be turned off. Like, it really doesn't. Like, I really doesn't. And y'all have been, y'all heard me with my last episode, how I'm trying to give people a chance to come into my life. And I just was like, please let me know if I'm bugging, but I just can't. I feel like I'm compromising the things that really irk me. And I'm not saying like it triggers me anymore, but it's just coming like, No, no. Like, why are you sending me some text message like that? Why are you sending me videos and like, no. So, and I'm just gonna think that that's a lesson, and I'm fine. Like, I'm not even mad. I'm just gonna dust myself off, jump back on this bike, and learn to ride. And learn to do the turns, you know what I'm saying, when I need to, so I don't crash and burn. Basically, seeing the road as it is, watching it ahead of me because I see what I want and I'm going to go that way. I'm not going to look down. I'm not going to be fearful. I'm just going to keep doing it and enjoying the process, because the night that we did go out was a really good night. I just felt free. I was able to be myself. I didn't care. Like, also I was dressed down too. So like, I just went there to have fun and get to know a person as they were. No gimmicks or anything like that. Of course he was acting like he was giving, oh, let me get your plate. Let me throw that out. And you know what I'm saying? Let me do what I'm supposed to do. Like, it just seemed like he was like putting on a front, but it's just not for me. Like, I've been through too many lessons and experiences in life. Okay, some of them more than once. Okay, and I realized that people are going to say whatever it takes. They're gonna do whatever it takes in the beginning to get what they want. And you know what I'm saying? If they get what they want, then kudos to them. But I'm also in control of what I allow. And people only treat you how you allow to be treated. So if I say I don't like something and yet I allow a person to still do that thing, they're just basically like, I guess you don't really mean what you say, right? So it's sad that people have to learn the hard way when you're really telling them exactly what is not, what you do not deal with. But I guess you are a lesson for them. So I guess this is the end of the road for me and Mr. Mystery, because nobody knows who he is. But I do want to say I'll take that night. It's going to forever be memorable, like, because it was super fun. I got to let myself meet someone, and of course I made sure I was safe and made sure no one knew where I live. So, you know, no craziness and no crazy nothing. And it was good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he took something out of that. I know I did. I don't regret anything. I'm just ready for the next, you know? I'm ready for what may come. So I just had to tell y'all about that. So I went on a first date basically in a long time. And I went with somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, let me get back into the dating thing, especially from dating apps. Very scary world out there. And then I also learned how to ride a bike, and I was with my family, my nephew, my two nephews, my niece, and my little brother. He's a grown man now, but it was good to really be with the family. So yeah, I'm just going to keep telling y'all what's going on with my growth, and hopefully you're growing as well with me. And remember, if you don't know how to ride a bike, it's not a death sentence. You can still learn. Just make sure you're around people who are caring and loving and is not laughing at you. And they really are not judging you, because a lot of people, I got some people like, I can't believe you don't know how to like, just because I don't know how to ride a bike, but I know how to do other things. Like, sometimes maybe you're just in the books all the time, or you're just scared. Like, it is no problem to be scared. It's not a problem. It is okay to be scared. It's okay to not know how to do something. Okay? Like, own it. I don't know how to ride a bike. Okay, I'm learning how to ride a bike. I have my driver's license, yes, but I do not like driving a car. I'm scared of the road. If you're scared, why do you want me to be in the road? You know what I'm saying? No, I need to do lessons and get more comfortable behind the wheel. If I am doing it around people who actually are loving and supporting me and is not scared, then I'm able to relax and feel comfortable with driving. But I've had horrible experiences in the car with people who are screaming at me, who are scared. So I'm scared. I don't believe in myself. So if I'm around people who believe in me, I'm able to accomplish a little bit more, especially in that field. But if people think that I'm going to hurt myself or they, baby me or something like that, and I don't believe I can do it, then I don't believe I can do it. But when it came to that bike, I definitely had a lot of belief in myself. So I did it. Okay. So just believe in yourself. Keep pouring in that self-love, self-assurance. Know that God, if anybody for you, God is. Okay. So yeah, so there's be more journeys. Yes. Get back on that bike. And if you're looking for love, just remember, love is like riding a bike. You're going to fall sometimes. You're going to crash. But damn it, it is super worth it when you get on that bike and it is smooth sailing. There's going to be some bumps and some turns that you're going to encounter. But if you make it down the long road, like, it's so worth it. You can look back and how far you've come and be in gratitude. It's just amazing. So I'm gonna leave that with y'all. Bye guys, until next week. It's your girl. Have a good one and stay safe and COVID free. Bye. Thank you again for listening to Beauty and Braids. I'm your girl Karyne, and this has been another great day. Until next time, you'll hear from me then. In the meantime, please follow me on @HairByKaryne, @ShopBraidAppeal, and @YTC Nonprofit. Get to know me a little bit better. Check them out. Bye.